Okay, so hi all, and hope all of you are doing good. I plan to make a little in between curry and sabji. You can call it whatever you like, because I'll have a little. It'll be slightly with a little bit of gravy and slightly dry too. So this is a baby jackfruit, and I'm going to make a jackfruit. Call it sabji or curry. I'm going to make it. So this is how we have to go about it. The first thing we've got to do is take some oil. I hope you're getting to see that clearly. Take some oil, put it in your hands, rub your palms nicely, rub the knife nicely with oil, and then take the jackfruit and hope you're getting to see it well. Yeah, take the jackfruit and first cut it. Here I've cut the stalk off, and I cut this into two halves. And now what I'll do is I'll cut the skin off. I on purpose took a very small one because my family, they eat very little, and they tell me that they don't want me to keep food for the next day. So that's the reason why I chose a very small one, so it can be eaten and finished. Okay, so cutting the skin off like this. Jackfruit tends to become black very fast, but you cannot help it because it will take time to cut the skin off. So cut the skin. It's really tough. And yes, my knife is sharp. See that you have a sharp knife when you are doing this. So here I've cut it, and I'll show you next what I'm going to do. So here I've cut the jackfruit. Now I'll wash it and I'll put it to boil. And this I'm going to make the gravy sabji, and these two bits I'm boiling it just like that because I want to make some kebab with this, and I'll show you. So this is how I'm putting the jackfruit now. Into that I'll put a little bit of salt. Because later we will be using salt, just a bit, and slight bit of haldi, small pinch of haldi. Yeah, just a bit. And now I close the cooker, and you can give it one whistle. I prefer to give it two whistles because I want it softer than usual. So as the jackfruit is cooking, I thought I'll show you what I'm going to use for it. I've taken 2 small sized tomatoes, and I've taken about 4 onions. They're all small size. And then in this I've taken 1 tablespoon of coriander seeds, that's dhania seeds, and half a teaspoon of jeera, cumin seeds. And then here I've taken 1 black cardamom, black elaichi, and 1 green elaichi, 1 small piece of cinnamon, 2 cloves and 3 peppercorns, 1 teaspoon of meat masala. If you have it, you can put it. If you don't have it, you can use chili powder or mutton masala or chicken masala, 1 teaspoon. Now what I'm going to do with all of this, these onions I'm going to fry them slightly brown. This onion and this tomato, I'm going to grind it in the mixie and make it into a paste. Along with this, I'm going to grind this garam masala, and I'm going to grind these two dhania seeds and jeera seeds. And only this onion will be fried with brown. Okay, and now I'll show you what I'll do next. So here you go. This is the jackfruit boiled, and it's become very soft. See, very soft. And this is the tomato, onion and the dhania and jeera that we have ground. Now I'll show you what I'm going to do. So now I'm going to pour some oil. As usual, I usually take about 3 to 4 or 5 tablespoons of oil. So I've poured that. It's a little bit extra, so I took it out. And now we let it heaten up. Let this heat up. Once the oil heats up, I hope you're getting to see it nice and clearly. Once the oil heats up, I'll put in some jeera. Just a bit jeera. I will also put in a little bit of saunf, just a little bit of saunf. And then, now that it's heating up, I will throw my onions in and let this fry nice and brown. Stir this a bit. Let this fry nicely. Give it a while. See, the onions are frying very well, and it's come to a stage where we can put in our next ingredient. So our next ingredient is these pieces of boiled jackfruit. Okay, I used a small jackfruit, and out of the small jackfruit I've used half. So you do it according to you and the requirement of your family, using this recipe to increase and decrease. Okay, so as this is frying, I will put in 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste along with that. Fry this very well. Believe me, you're going to love it. You will never know that you're having a vegetarian dish. And vegans, anyone vegan watching this, you are going to love it. Especially try it in this Indian style. You're going to love it. Okay? This is frying very well. At this stage, I am going to put in the 1 teaspoon of meat masala that we had, and into that just a 1/4 teaspoon of garam masala. This is homemade. Just a 1/4, because you know the vegetable is quite less, it's not so much, so just a little bit will do. Believe me, you're going to love this. I'm telling you, you must try it. This is almost an Indian vegan special. Okay, so then as this is frying, I'll put in some curry leaves, and they are dry, so I'm smashing it up. Very helpful right now for me. I wanted it at that stage. And here, and now at this stage, I'll put in the ground masala. There you go. And stir this very well now. Stir it very well. Okay. As you can see, it is nicely frying. At this stage, I'm going to put about, just for the slight tanginess, 3 teaspoons of tamarind juice. Now, I like tamarind juice. I like tamarind, so I'm using the tamarind juice. You can use 1.5 teaspoon of amchur powder in India if you like, and people abroad, if you like, you can use about 1 teaspoon or half a teaspoon according to the tanginess you want of vinegar. Okay, now we'll taste the salt, because while boiling I had put some salt. So I tasted it, the salt is very less, so I'm adding a little more. And then I'll add in the same masala bowl, I've added about 2 tablespoons of water. Stir this very well. And you can just keep it on for like about 10 minutes. What I'll do is, to speed in the job, I'll just cover it and give it 1 whistle. So this is ready now and it looks very good. See, it looks very good. It tastes very good. I tasted it. So now I'll plate it up and show you how I'm going to serve it. So this is my finished product. I hope all of you will try it at home, and I'm really requesting the vegans, please try this dish. It's a very tasty Indian style jackfruit fry. I'm serving it with rotis. These are very tasty rotis, mixed and rolled with ghee. So please try this at home, everyone. God bless. Take care.